It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. And our friend Tom Papa has stopped in.
Hi, guys.
And you have a special
Lucky
coming
boy.
on Epics, which we mentioned this morning. When does it air? Friday?
Friday. It airs Friday on Epics. It's called Human Mule.
Meaning what?
Shove things up your ass?
No.
That's how I would have thought it.
No.
That's what I kind of jumped to. I was like, are we going through uncharted territory?
It's a whole new Tom Papa.
Yeah.
You know, you guys don't know this, but one thing I do, make bread? No, shove stuff up my ass.
Yes.
It's no, just about carrying your whole life on your back. It relates to a joke.
Okay.
Oh. On your back.
You know, it's probably best described. There's like a visual of it. There's a billboard up in Times Square. It's not a big deal, but maybe after your show, like you can walk by it, maybe see it.
You got a billboard in Times Square?
Oh yeah, you heard about that? Yeah.
I never got one from Epics. They, I guess, never had faith in the kid.
Probably wasn't nearly as big a deal when you were on Epics as it is when Tom Papa's there.
That would be the implication. I appreciate your clarification.
Yeah. It was actually just a lot of begging, a lot of emailing the whole time. What about a billboard, guys? How about a billboard, guys? How about a billboard, guys?
In Times Square, that's
they
pretty
picked Times
fucking-
Square.
Yeah,
That's not a bad location.
No, it's
PFG.
good. The only better one is the one right by my house. They put one literally like on my way to like driving my kids to school.
Oh, wait,
That's
they
awesome.
did give
In
me
LA.
billboards. Yeah, they're really nice. They did actually do that for me. I stand corrected. I remember that in L.A.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm wrong.
It's great.
Do you point it out to your kids like, hey, just so you know,
They're like,
your
Dad,
father's a somebody.
we don't have to drive this way. It's actually shorter the other way.
They should
I don't know
put
what you guys are talking about.
This isn't where our school is anymore.
Yeah. No, it is. The billboard is actually the best part of it.
Nobody doesn't like to see themselves on a billboard. It never isn't an amazing feeling.
It's really pretty
Holy
great.
fuck.
It's really great. I actually got to a point now where it's been up for like a month, and now I'm driving on my way to school. Like, I hope is it still up?
Is it electronic?
No, it's just the old school.
The electronic one sometimes will flip through, and then you try to drive slow, and people are in the car,
Wait, it's going to flip. It's going to change.
and it doesn't.
Is the Times Square one a traditional billboard too?
I think so.
That's pretty incredible because I know there are billboards. Most of the billboards now in Times Square go like there's like 5 or 6 different things on each billboard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. He said that he thinks it might be a
He
traditional
thinks
one.
that's his way of going. He doesn't know.
I would say Epic's
Tell yourself
Epic's probably realized that, you know, if we have Tom Papa doing a special with us,
Yeah.
we better do a permanent billboard.
A
in
cool
Times
thing
Square.
they're doing also is because Epic's not a lot of people. Some people don't have Epics. Like if it's on DirecTV, they don't have Epics.
Sure.
But they're making. You can go to epics.com and watch all this stuff for free for the whole month.
Wow.
So just go to epics.com and they'll tell you either get a free membership or whatever for the whole month, so you'll be able to see it and maybe even see your specials.
Yeah, I have
that
3
were
with
on
them.
there.
I
They might
like,
have
I
gotten
like
rid
those
of them
guys
by
a
now.
lot. No. No, I like those guys a lot, man. They're really when dealing with like networks. They're really, really honest, good guy. I like them very much.
Yeah, and that you can just get it for free for the whole month is definitely helps the special out.
So
And then
the Tom
it'll drop on iTunes next week also.
So the Tom
Wow.
Papa special, they're giving away for free.
No, I don't know if I'd put it that way.
I feel like what they did was they realized what a monster of a vehicle they had with Tom
Right.
Papa, and they realized that they wanted to center the entire network
Uh-huh.
around the release.
I feel
of
like
the
that's
special.
how you say it.
Is that more?
I
of,
feel that seems. I don't know why, but
Not-
that
feels
verbiage
more
seems
right.
right.
I see.
Oh, okay. Not like, hey, we're doing a free one, so let's just put this here because it's free.
No,
All right, well, whatever.
No.
We'll agree to disagree.
that'd be funny if that's what the billboard was. Just watch it; it's free.
Yeah. That's very funny. That's actually a really funny idea.
Yeah.
Where'd you shoot?
I shot it in Cleveland.
Oh, you did? Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I've shot in Cleveland once too. They're fucking.
I love Cleveland.
I like the people in Cleveland
Me
very
too.
much.
They got that good kind of bitter, I grew up, as you did, in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come from a place that's a punchline, naturally,
Right.
you kind of like, you understand those people, and that's
Yeah.
what Cleveland is.
I never understood when I was in school many years ago. I was a kid, and we had some speaker doing something, and a joke he made, and I didn't get it at the time. We said something about New Jersey, which is like this great land of ours, is the armpit, and I didn't understand that it smelled up by Elizabeth.
I know.
I
When
didn't
you're a
catch
kid,
it.
you're just like, hey, what do you mean?
Yeah, why is New Jersey the armpit? I knew it was funny, but I didn't know why, so I just laughed knowingly.
but you
What's it mean? I know.
didn't get it. No.
Yeah.
So then, do you kind of when you're in LA?
Yeah.
Do you kind of walk around like with a little bit?
You don't
of,
walk anywhere in L.A. Am I right or
Oh,
wrong,
boy.
Tommy?
Oh, the traffic on the
Yeah.
405.
Talk 'em.
But are you like? Is it a little bit condescending, like your vibe about L.A.? Because you're like, I'm used to Jersey. I'm used to Cleveland people. Like L.A. is not that.
No, it's far from that.
It's
People
the
are
opposite.
happy there.
Right? And you're like, there's not. You guys don't even realize that there is nothing.
There's
to be
literally.
happy about.
I mean, honestly, that's part of why I shot in Cleveland. That's why I do like my live radio show all the time. I was doing it in L.A. and New York. Now it's pretty much exclusively in New York.
Why not in L.A. anymore?
Because in L.A. people are happy. They're at the beach. They're content with their lives.
And they think something, they still in their minds are like, something's going to happen. Even if something hasn't happened, they're like, no, I'm here though. And it's going to happen for me.
Yeah, they don't, to get people out to shows and stuff, you go to a place like Cleveland where what else is happening? It's snowing. That its nickname is the Mistake on the Lake.
Tom wants to be a big fish in a small pond. I understand.
That's true. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, LA, it's hard. There's so many things like competing in Vegas. You're competing with big acts.
You're competing with Vegas, really?
What?
No, I said when you're in Vegas, like there's so many things to do.
Oh,
It's like
right.
LA. He's saying there's a lot of stuff to do that's other than that.
I see.
No,
I don't draw in LA, so I understand.
No, that's not what I was saying.
Yeah.
No, I was saying.
I mean, I
that
went to your
people
show
don't-
in L.A. and it was like sold out.
No, it was. Oh, the improv was very
Yeah.
good. Oh, the theater was not as good.
It wasn't. No, you're not a theater act in
Which
L.A.
theater?
No.
Which theater?
I don't remember. I blocked it out.
That's always the worst.
You stick to the clubs when you go to L.A. then.
I do.
Okay, that's a little
As I should.
experiment.
As
Yeah,
you
we
should.
learned.
It is. I mean, it's really tough to fill up a theater in LA.
For some of us, yeah. For some people, it's effortless.
Is
Well,
it-
if
is
you're
it
Kevin
easier?
Hart isn't having much of a problem. But
Yeah.
But I mean, really established big guys like yourself. It's a tough ticket to move, and also people get stuff for free out there all the time. You go, they go to these shows, and you have Judd Apatow bringing up Adam Sandler and Spade, and it's like you've seen it
Hey,
for $10
whoa.
or whatever.
Oh,
David.
oh.
David. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
I felt like I was talking to the sheriff from New Orleans.
But no, so Cleveland was good, and I did it in like July, which is always a nice time. To
Yeah,
be
that's not a bad time to be in
right
Cleveland.
before the Republic.
Oh, boy, did it get cold.
Good observation. Was it tough getting up here this morning?
No,
'Cause
elevators.
The whole room was crowded during the commercial break because I guess they did a fire drill,
Oh, I saw a sign that said fire drill.
but the elevators weren't turned off or anything.
No worries.
Because I think right before you got here, some of the talent bookers were panicking.
Oh, really?
Because I guess they turned off the elevators because you.
Oh,
I don't know. I guess in case of a fire, you wouldn't use them.
yeah, 'cause
And
that's
then-
where the fire goes. In a fire, they go in. There's a vacuum that goes into the elevators, and it shoots fireballs.
Oh no, you don't want to be
Yes.
in there at all.
No.
So as long as you keep the doors shut, all the fireballs are contained.
Fireballs are contained.
Okay, good.
They'll
I
shoot
don't
up
know what
and go
you're
out.
getting trapped in between floors, because what happens if your elevator is going down and there's some kind of a problem? You're going to get trapped in between floors.
And the fireballs start to hit.
I don't know if there's fireballs or not. I just know you're going to get trapped in between floors.
What are you talking like that for?
Is this a new guy?
Serious.
Is this a new guy?
I don't know. I
it's
haven't met
just-
him.
It's just serious business.
I didn't want to feel like I was out of the loop, but this is a
no,
new
you're in the
character.
loop.
This is a good character.
Although I
Both of
do
us
think
were out
next
of the
week
loop.
we're going to premiere Craig Schenkel discusses rap.
What? I keep getting.
That'll be good.
You know what the worst part about doing this show with Jim is?
What?
I keep getting teases. Like last week, I just got a random text from Jim that said, "Hey, remind me, Uncle Paul remixes."
Oh, I forgot about that.
And I went, I don't know what Uncle Paul remixes are, but I certainly don't want to remind you of them.
Yeah, we should do some Uncle Paul songs.
Chip made it into our buddy Lenny Marcus's wedding.
Was Chip there? I don't think you told me that Chip
Oh, I
did.
probably forgot.
What did Chip do at the wedding?
But Tom officiated.
I
the wedding.
officiated the
That's
wedding.
right. That's right.
I was the minister, and Lenny's wife is a huge Chip fan.
Right.
That's why she
Huge.
married Chip.
So
Yeah, poor Lenny's gonna be tortured forever.
Yeah.
His wife enjoying this fucking
really-
idiotic character.
she really does love Chip.
Yeah, no,
Even
she's-
when I talked to her, like before, I want to get some information on what was going on, and she brought Chip up several times.
Yeah, she gets it. She gets it. She's laughing. She understands.
So I threw Chip into the vows.
And it got a nice little cheer from the audience.
Did it?
Yeah.
Do you understand when you said something about Chip and she likes Chip Chipperson and people laughed? And it's one of those moments that you almost do, and I'm not kidding, but I was like, I wanted to go, fuck yeah! She might have laughed, but I was like, it's inappropriate at the ceremony because of family and his children. I would say it was
You
really
should've.
hard to not do. I know, but I didn't want to be the asshole if it didn't get a laugh to go like, oh. And I didn't want to. It's better to not do it than take a chance at a guy's wedding.
It's true.
Plus, it wasn't just her wedding; it's Lenny's wedding.
And there is a lot of old people in suits and dresses and family.
I've told this story before, but I've never seen a more satisfied look on Norton's face than at my wedding, because the entire lead up to the wedding, Edgar kept texting and saying that he was going to object and that Jess is a woman of lower stock and that she's not an appropriate bride and like everything that Edgar would say. And of course, I would let Jess know that all this was going on. So we're literally, my dad married us, and we're up there. You were there. Not like that.
Gross.
He was playing the Tom Papa role.
It's disgusting. It's not even illegal.
Ugh.
But my dad goes, if anybody has any objections, now is the time to say something, whatever he said. And Jim didn't say anything, but he knew that on that day with me and Jess and my dad up there and all family and friends and nobody from the show, Jim knew that he was in my head because I looked out into the audience and just made direct eye contact with Jim, who was just sitting there amongst everybody else with this giant smile on his face.
I was happy for my friends being married.
I don't think that was the case.
So yeah, and Lenny's not, by the way, he's not doing that podcast with Kevin anymore.
They broke up.
Kevin did Redeye with me last night.
Oh, Brennan.
Yeah.
He's a funny dude. So how was it, Redeye? It was good?
It was really, yeah.
So what happened with them exactly? I mean, I know, I told Kevin a long time, like, I know you guys have this on-air thing, but if he's your on-air partner, like for real, like there's got to be a certain camaraderie you share because you are in a thing together.
Well, the hook of the show is that Kevin is crazy and angry, and it turns out that's not an act.
Right, he's actually crazy.
Yeah,
and he's quite angry.
Yeah, he's very angry, and he really is crazy, and was apparently texting Lenny all the time and yelling and screaming at him and all this stuff. And
and did Lenny just leave because he couldn't take it?
He couldn't take it, and then the final straw apparently was they wanted to they do it on Mondays, but Monday was a Jewish holiday, and they said we have to do it on Tuesday because Lenny's Jewish, and Kevin said no. We're doing it on Monday anyway, and he used somebody else in Lenny's place without telling him on the Jewish holiday. So I think a little anti-Semitic shadings was brought in, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's crazy. It was working. It's like I don't understand when things are working why you. Do you know what I mean? And it was a newer show, but their chemistry. Lenny was good in that role. Like. I'm not saying he was wrong to leave if it was really miserable, but...
I guess, but some people thought, like, you were working with Opie.
Who thought that?
I guess. With some people, I'm sure there were fans that were like, oh, this is my show.
Were there?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I was doing my show.
I didn't know.
I don't know. Kevin told me last night he didn't know that he would come in and do the show, and he didn't know you and Opie disliked each other.
It wasn't even. It was more like I felt even from the beginning. It was just one of those things where there's a couple of good shows. There was some very funny moments, but it just to me didn't work from the beginning because it was something that had been gutted.
Yeah,
right.
It was just a show that Anthony had been removed from forcefully.
Right.
It was never fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of that. Because of those dynamics. There were some good shows, some great moments. Yeah, of course.
Right.
But because of the dynamics, the way it was set up, it was never going to work.
I thought
I'm
Kevin,
not blaming him. I was fucking 50% of it, or
Did you feel
20% as far as the decision making ability.
Did you feel at the time like there was less response from the fans and stuff, like less activity on Twitter, or did you feel it?
No. I felt there was more response from the fans, but they were not fan responses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I felt that it was less positive responses.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were
Lots of anger.
Really?
Still vocal, though.
And a lot of the times I felt they were unfair and wrong, and other times I felt they were right.
Right.
They're not stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of them are crazy, and they get what bugs me about fans is when they get into your motives and they think they know why you're. And it's like, no, you're wrong. Like you're painting me having shitty motives. But there's a lot of things they think this is funny and that's not funny. They look.
Yeah.
They're right about a lot of it.
Right.
I thought Kevin was going to snap on Redeye last night because we were with this guy, like in between. It was Kevin and this guy and me and one of the girls that was on the show. But the guy kept interrupting everyone. Like he was interrupting me.
And Kevin finally just goes, "Don't interrupt me, cunt!"
Did he throw up a little bit too?
Yeah, he did, because the buttons don't push right.
Yeah. So sound effects really shouldn't take 3 pushes.
No, they shouldn't. Why'd you think Kevin was going to snap?
Because the guy kept interrupting him.
There you go. I just pushed it. Look. Don't interrupt me, cunt!
It's a press. We've already been over this.
I know
it's not
that,
a
but
push
it's
or
not
a
the-
tap.
You're doing it a little daintily.
No,
It's
here,
a
look.
press.
I did. There you go. What the fuck? Am I pressing right?
He's pressing.
This fucking.
Be honest.
Do it.
Oh, no. He threw the soundboard down.
I'll pay for it if it breaks.
He threw a whole iPad on the floor.
Because it's one of those things that's a reactionary thing. Is that your iPad?
Now he's
Oh, thank you.
stomping
Okay.
on it.
It's a show iPad. Yeah, you can
Get
do
it
whatever
out
you
of
want.
your
I'll pay for
ass.
it, but
Why
I-
are you putting it in your ass? It's an iPad.
Adrian, be honest.
I know. I
creating
usually only do
radio
that with an eye
theater.
fist. But, the reason it's aggravating is because it's a reactionary moment. Like when you do something like that, it's like one of those things, buttons you push, and when it just constantly can't work, it's fucking aggravating.
No, that's really lame.
Be honest.
fucking
Jim wasn't
lame.
pushing the buttons right, was he?
I couldn't see.
I pushed it. Do you film it? Did
I
I
know
push?
that's
I
a-
pressed
hold on.
and I put.
I
When
saw.
you push buttons, when there's a reaction, when you're reacting to something, you're not supposed to go. It's not the way it works with timing.
What did Mars tell us it was, Adrian? A push or a press?
Yeah, Mars also told me he made this higher so I could stand, but he made it longer, which means I still have to bend forward, but by the back I can do it.
How about an old-fashioned machine with some real buttons on?
I wanted that.
Blammo.
That's what I wanted.
Classic.
It's 2016, bro.
Yeah.
Who has buttons?
Yeah, let's get glass that you
Come on,
can't
bro.
push that doesn't work.
We're Snapchatting,
it's-
dude. We don't need buttons.
Yeah.
Killing the comedy.
Hey, language, please.
Hey.
Adrian's getting it by pressing.
You were not in a spur of the moment thing
It's
on the
a-
table. He's not. No,
Yeah,
he's
he
not.
was back there for 5 minutes.
Hey,
So what happened on
Maybe if it was
Redeye?
by my right hand, it'd be easier because I'm a righty.
Adrian, hang on. Keep that by Adrian. Keep that by you for a second, because I wanted to tell Adrian that on Redeye there was a guy that kept interrupting us.
Don't interrupt me, cunt!
Ooh, that was quite timely.
It sure is if you're holding it ready to press that button.
right.
It is.
Right.
It
Okay.
sure is.
Okay. You
All
know
right,
there was
You
also
also have to
all right,
have
quick,
heat in your body. Like maybe Jimmy's a little.
Let's do
maybe
it.
there's no.
it's like
No, let's do it.
Nosferatu.
Let's do it with timing.
Okay. How about this? I got one. I
This
got
guy,
one.
this guy was acting like a real turkey. Sweet.
Wrong button, asshole. How about this one? How about this one?
Sure.
There was. Are you going to do this one, Jim?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Let's see if Jim can get to this. So we're on Redeye, and I'm sitting there talking with Kevin, and this guy named Amy starts talking.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
The wrong. Why would you have that?
Because it was people thought when I did Santa it was worth saving.
Did you not know what button I was asking for?
Oh, gotta do it again.
Okay. We were sitting there, and it was Kevin and I on Redeye. We were talking about. No, I wasn't ready
sorry.
for a button yet.
I apologize.
And this man named Sarah that was on the show with us.
Oh.
Yeah, this-
Oh, I'm gonna come. A man named Sarah. Sorry.
No, I guess that was an appropriate button in that context. No, it was. We're talking
Right.
about like Trump and the plane and everything, and this guy whose name was Kristen starts talking.
Right.
This guy's a riot.
Three times.
3 times. That was awful.
And it was the wrong button.
Oh,
too.
so awful.
It was the wrong. So even hitting the wrong thing.
That thing
comedically-
stinks. You shouldn't be
It
on an
does fucking-
iPad. It stinks. He
It
needs. He's a
fucking-
comedian.
It's almost like, and I should be doing it right-handed because I have better dexterity with my right hand. But it's almost like it should just be quick. You know what I mean?
when
Like,
you walk through automatic.
long will it last?
When you walk through like automatic doors and stuff, does it take a couple times to open?
No.
All right, I'm just seeing if
No,
it's
I-
a
That
soul
human
issue.
essence. Yeah.
If you're lacking a soul.
You know who helped us hook it up?
Who?
The male engineer whose name is Jessica.
Oh, okay. I see. Jessica.
I've never heard that name on a man before, but I'm sure it's all right.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
hilarious. I mean,
Oh,
that
I
was
thought the
worth
guy
it.
was the real.
Whew.
I need the buttons. I want the old machine back. I hate this.
This thing
I
stinks.
fucking hate it.
Jim wants
Not
a
everything should be on an
360.
iPad.
Because again, if you can plan it, you have a second. But so much of it is just.
Well, why don't we start doing that instead? Because if we may not have access to a 360, so if you want, I can start faxing you my jokes the night before.
I don't have a fax.
Oh no! How do you not have a fax?
I don't know. Where's Kenny?
You could walk.
What's your pleasure, young
Wrong
fella?
button.
What button were you going
Where's
for?
Kenny?
What's your
Wrong
pleasure,
button.
young fella?
Oh my
Where's
God.
Kenny?
Kenny's the comedian around here.
I was going to ask Kenny who, and it was Kenny's the comedian around here.
All right, sorry.
Thing's really bad.
Why would you have that? Kenny Club Soda does the. We don't
I
have anybody
know.
named Kenny on the
Well,
show.
I didn't realize that we weren't going to be allowed to share Kenny.
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't realize that because
Tom goes,
I asked for Kenny.
Oh.
I asked to have him be a part of this, but I guess we're not permitted to.
That makes sense. So how was Kevin on Redeye? Was he his fun antic self?
So you thought he was going to snap on that guy?
Yeah.
Did the guy?
Did he?
Did he yell at the guy?
He goes like, he did have this moment where like the guy, because the guy had interrupted me and he interrupted the girl. He just
Who was
kept-
the guy?
I don't know. He used to be a Democratic strategist. Now he's a radio show host, but
James Carville.
he's got improv training too. So,
You
know,
we look him
yeah.
up.
Yeah. And he kept interrupting.
What the fuck? Why is this guy fucking interrupting me? What the fuck?
Hey, I'm trying to get the punchline, and you keep jumping in.
I mean, it would
I'm
have
not
been
shouting.
fine. It would have been fine if the guy let me talk. He doesn't let me talk. Where's Neil?
He doesn't let me fucking
Where's
talk.
fucking Neil? I'm with fucking Lenny. I'm not gonna fucking do the show. What the fuck?
He did. He goes like,
Language, young man.
that's good.
Good job.
In the middle of trying to land one of his punchlines, the
Yeah.
guy starts talking, and he just like turns over to him and just yells at him, "Can I finish?" The guy just goes, "Yeah, you can."
Oh, yeah. So there's no. Is he still doing the show with somebody else? Is
He's
Lenny
still
out?
doing his pod. No, Lenny, I don't think is doing a
No,
podcast.
Lenny's out.
And
But
yeah, I think Kevin is doing his.
Is that the
misery.
guy?
It's just misery with no company.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Misery loves company, except everybody leaves you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe misery is just misery.
Just old miserable Kevin.
Yeah, that was him.
Misery loves the stench of its own smell.
You can see my new special on Facts.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
All the jokes come through via fax?
Epix is trying to expand their audience by.
It's an old fax
getting-
machine. It'll read human mull. Where's the E? Who is that? The guy? No.
Yeah, that's him.
Christopher Hahn. I don't know
Ben
him.
Bailey.
No, it's
Christopher-
Oh, it's Ben Bailey.
I don't know Christopher. It says he's a progressive political commentator and syndicated radio host, runner and improv comic. Retweets do not equal agreement. Okay.
Runner and improv comic.
I don't know him. I don't think.
I mean, he wasn't terrible. He just kept interrupting.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing it to be a dick. He was just
It's just him.
jumping in.
He's just a loud guy.
Were you well received on the show?
How could he?
I mean, I think so. I get invited back. You know,
They're hoping to lure me over by bringing Sam.
I was on the show before I was doing this show.
All of a sudden now.
No, I started doing the show a year ago.
It's a fun show to do.
Yeah. They invited me back, so I got my next Redeye date, so I'd assume I did all right.
What's the host?
Tom Shalhoub.
Tom Shalhoub.
Tom Shalhoub's the host?
Yeah.
I thought it was that other guy.
Greg
with the...
Gutfeld was brilliant too, but
Yeah.
he's doing the 5. He's got a bunch of other stuff. Tom does a good job too.
Yeah, I like Tom.
I love Tom Shalhoub.
And Andy
He's fun.
Levy is on. I love Andy Levy.
It's Andy, I think, is how you pronounce his name, but
Andy?
he's fun too.
Andy LeVay?
Yeah. No, I think it's just
Andy
Andy
LeVay?
I think it's pronounced Andy Levy. I think.
Oh, Andy LeVay.
Okay, I'm not.
So why
Right.
isn't Kevin getting a co-host?
Because no one wants to work with him, apparently. Apparently, he's not kidding when he says bad things about you.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So what is
the
Lenny?
fuck?
What is Lenny doing?
Lenny's married
No,
now.
I know that, but
He's trying to get his wife to stop listening to Chip on a loop.
oh come on, Tom.
If I want my prick gold, I'll do it myself.
Nice.
Did you hear Donald Trump is Time Magazine's Man of the Year?
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he should.
That makes sense.
Yep. At first, it was like, I guess some people were like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck? I don't. What are you putting him on for?
Yeah,
I got a podcast. Why am I going to be man of the year?
But then I think Osama bin Laden was Man of the Year one year, and Hitler
Yeah.
was Man of the Year one year.
Yeah.
So
It's just if you have a lot of impact.
right, and he definitely had the most impact
Holy
this year.
cow!
He
Sure did.
Did you see? Jim, I know you're a fan of his tweets. Did you see the airplane tweet?
Yes, about Boeing, about the $4 billion. He's right.
But then he wrote cancel order under it, as if he was instructing Boeing via Twitter to cancel the order. Because Boeing,
They think it might have been a response to Boeing criticizing him, but I don't care.
I think it probably was.
$4
But
billion? Fuck that for presidential planes. What are you out of your mind?
for one plane.
Jack.
No,
for
probably
one
for
plane.
more. No, it's probably for more.
I thought it was for the fleet.
It's probably for the fleet. Right. He's trying to say, yeah, but how many are in the fleet?
I don't know, but it's definitely not for one plane.
No. But I'm saying that you got the Air Force One, you got Air Force Two.
A couple
Air Force
copters.
Is there Air Force?
Air Force 4.
Do they make the copters?
How many?
How long?
How long?
Do
will
they
it
make the
last?
copters as well?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. But
I
how
bet that's
many?
part of the fleet.
How many flying apparatuses are there?
But they got a couple drones. Do those count as flying
I
apparatus?
don't know. It counts as the show.
Drones. It's just drones.
Yeah, 2 identical planes, 747-200 models, specifically modified by the Air Force.
But it was like a ton of money. It was like $300 million for security, for communication. Like just to hook up the plane where you could communicate securely was $300 million.
That's ridiculous.
And they also said they don't know where he got that $4 billion number from.
He might have made it up.
Yeah, they can't.
That sounds hard to believe. I don't think he would have done that.
It's
But
an opinion.
yeah, so he went on Twitter and he wrote cancel order. So I guess Boeing, because Boeing, they were doing the new Air Force One. My theory is that this was not his plane. Boeing is signing this contract for planes that future presidents would use. And the same reason why Donald Trump, the whole time he was campaigning, was like, you know, the laws that I took advantage of, I'm going to make it so nobody else can because, you know, that's the problem. It's the same reason why he's trying to get rid of this plane. It's like he gets all the fun, but no fun for anybody else. He doesn't want to know
It's all gonna stop.
There's a better plane coming for the next president. He's like, no, we're not paying for that. But I believe the order's been canceled, so that won't happen.
Let them fucking do something else. Fly TWA.
He went on Twitter though, and just wrote cancel order.
It was
I like his SNL tweets
about how it's terrible and the
not funny.
Not funny. He goes like the impression is so bad. And then if you watch his speech last night, he's doing all the little Trump things that Alec Baldwin always does. Like, is that great? Is that great?
He's really good.
He really is the best.